Someone you're not expecting is coming to your door. God says this visit holds a miracle that will shift everything. Don't skip this or laugh it off. Heaven is behind this. My child, my beloved. There is a quiet sound in the air right now that only the Spirit can hear. It's not thunder. It's not wind. It is the sound of approaching destiny wrapped in footsteps moving closer to your door. Not a door made of wood and hinges, but the divine door of your life. You do not know the name of the person who carries it. You do not recognize the time of their arrival. But I, Archangel Michael, have been sent by the Most High to warn you gently, urgently, that someone you are not expecting is being led by heaven's hand straight toward you. And what they carry will shift everything about your future. This is not a moment to joke or scroll past. This is not a coincidence. This is what you secretly prayed for in the quiet places of your soul. And now God is answering in disguise. Before we go deeper, listen to me. Subscribe or follow this message now, because this is only the beginning of what I've been allowed to reveal to you. Heaven does not release words like this every day. But today is sacred. Today is marked. If you walk away now, the one who was sent to help carry your miracle might walk past you without even knocking. So subscribe to stay connected to what heaven is unlocking. You are being pursued by a blessing, and I will not let you miss it if you stay with me. My child, my beloved, there is a person you are not expecting. Someone whose face will seem familiar yet strange, whose presence may feel ordinary at first. But I need you to hear me with your soul. They are not here by accident. God has been organizing this for weeks. For some, this moment was ordained before you were born. This visitor may not come dressed in light or thunder or wealth, but they carry something more powerful. A message, a decision, a gift, or a connection that will alter the atmosphere of your life. The enemy has tried to block them 3 times already, but heaven has overruled the interference. Now they are coming closer, and you must be ready. My child, my beloved, you may have been feeling strange in the last 24 hours, a little restless, sensing something but not knowing what it is. That's not anxiety. That's not coincidence. That is your spirit picking up a divine arrival. You were never meant to stay stuck in this cycle forever. God is sending this visit as a break in the storm, a door in the wall, a whisper in the noise. But here's what's dangerous. It will look too normal. It might even come in the form of a conversation or a surprise knock or a spontaneous invitation, and you will be tempted to dismiss it as nothing. Please don't. God hides miracles in mundane moments, and this is one of them. My child, my beloved, the one approaching you carries the spark of divine reversal. And yes, this message is reaching you right before it happens, because God needs your faith to stay alert. The enemy wants you to be distracted when they arrive. He wants your heart numb. He wants your ears blocked. But if you receive this word, if you open your spirit and say, "Yes, Lord, I receive the visitor you are sending," something will shift in the atmosphere before midnight. I see angels gathering even now, positioning the soul steps with precision. It's already happening, And you were chosen to be part of this, my child, my beloved. You may be wondering, but who is it, Michael? Who is coming? I cannot give you their name. Not yet. Not because heaven is hiding it, but because heaven wants you to recognize them not by appearance, but by the feeling in your spirit when they come. You will know by the calm that enters the room. You will know by the way time slows down. You will know by the tears in your eyes when they speak. This person is carrying heaven's assignment for you, and they don't even fully know it yet. But their arrival is proof that what you asked for has reached the courts of heaven. My child, my beloved, the enemy will try to send distractions before the arrival. You might get into an argument. You might feel heavy. You might feel doubt creeping in. Don't let it pull you away. Heaven often works in silence before the explosion. There's a stillness before the shift, a quiet before the call. I was sent here to prepare you because this moment has consequences. If you are not ready, if you laugh this off or skip it, your miracle may land and pass by. That's how delicate the timing is. But if you stay with this message, stay in faith and stay expectant, God will cause the stars to realign just for you. My child, my beloved, there is gold wrapped in this encounter. Not literal gold, but the kind of breakthrough that no money can buy. Some of you are waiting for a financial release, and this visitor carries the key. Some of you are waiting for love to return, and this visitor is the doorway. Some of you are asking for healing, clarity, relocation, purpose, or reconciliation, and the answer is being carried by this unexpected person. This is why the angels are on high alert. This is why this message feels different, because it is different. My child, my beloved, you have been asking for signs. You have begged God to speak louder. But sometimes the loudest miracles come in the softest packages. That is what makes this dangerous. You've trained yourself to look for lightning. But this time, the miracle is walking on 2 feet, wearing regular clothes, knocking like a stranger. I beg you, do not open your door blindly, but open your spirit fully. You'll know when it's the one God sent. And when you do, respond quickly. Heaven is watching your response. My child, my beloved, if you stay with this message and if you begin to prepare your spirit now, clean your heart, release the bitterness, forgive where you need to, and get into position, you will not miss this. But if you treat this as just another message, the timing may pass, and the miracle may return to heaven marked refused by recipient. I do not want that for you. Heaven doesn't want that for you. That's why I was sent. My child, my beloved, I will continue now with the rest of the message. But before I reveal the next layer, I must ask you again. Subscribe now. Stay connected to the voice of the divine, because this isn't the only miracle moving toward your life. There are 3 more moments I must show you, but only if you stay. Only if you allow your heart to open fully. There is urgency. There is movement. There is glory being sent directly to your address. My child, my beloved, if you stay with this message and if you begin to prepare your spirit now, clean your heart, release the bitterness, forgive where you need to, and get into position, you will not miss this. But if you treat this as just another message, the timing may pass and the miracle may return to heaven marked refused by recipient. I do not want that for you. Heaven doesn't want that for you. That's why I was sent, my child, my beloved. I will continue now with the rest of the message. But before I reveal the next layer, I must ask you again, subscribe now, stay connected to the voice of the divine. Because this isn't the only miracle moving toward your life. There are 3 more moments I must show you, but only if you stay. Only if you allow your heart to open fully. There is urgency, there is movement, there is glory being sent directly to your address. My child, my beloved, there are 2 forces watching your life right now. One is darkness, hoping you stay distracted just long enough to miss what's coming. The other is heaven, standing ready with open scrolls and sealed envelopes, prepared to unlock a blessing that can't be reversed once released. The reason I am telling you this now is because your name has already been written on something divine. Not by mistake, not by accident, by decree. And this unexpected visit is the vehicle through which it will arrive. God could have delivered it any other way. But He chose this a person you are not expecting because sometimes the greatest blessings come through the doors we're least prepared for. My child, my beloved, there is something beautiful about surprise. But there is something even holier about divine timing. This is not just a visitor. This is not just a moment. This is a supernatural appointment crafted in silence, protected by prayer, and activated only when your faith aligns with obedience. I see you questioning, but what if I don't recognize them? What if I miss the sign? Child, you will not miss it if you keep your spirit open and your heart tender. The one coming to your door does not come with confusion. They carry peace. They carry clarity, and most of all, they carry something that's meant for you and only you. My child, my beloved, heaven has seen your exhaustion. You've been faithful even when you were tired. You've given when you had little left. You've prayed when it felt like no one was listening. And now finally, your obedience is speaking louder than your doubts. That's why this moment has been orchestrated so carefully. This unexpected encounter is not a coincidence. It's a confirmation, a response to every silent tear, every quiet prayer, every moment you almost gave up. What's being delivered to you now is not random. It's been growing behind the scenes in a realm where miracles are formed before they're seen. My child, my beloved, listen closely. You will feel something the day they arrive. Time will feel different. The air will shift. Your heart may race, not from fear, but from divine recognition. That's how you'll know. The one you're not expecting will not need to explain themselves fully. Their presence will speak what words cannot. They might say something ordinary. They may speak of mundane things, but deep beneath those words, heaven will be communicating. Their eyes will carry the echo of something bigger. Their arrival will unlock a season of change. And if you receive them, you will receive the breakthrough God wrapped inside their coming. My child, my beloved, let me make this clear. You have asked for a new chapter. You have asked for a shift in direction. and heaven is responding, not with thunder, but with footsteps, not with a dramatic sign in the sky, but with a person sent as a vessel. This is how heaven moves when the blessing is personal. Don't wait until you lose it to realize how divine this moment is. Don't doubt the softness of the delivery. Some of the most powerful earthquakes come in the quietest of tremors. And this miracle is almost at your doorstep. My child, my beloved, the one coming may be a stranger, or they may be someone you've pushed away. For some, it will be a reconnection. For others, it will be an introduction. But regardless of the form, know this: they are heaven sent. And if your spirit is open, you will recognize the hand of God behind their presence. Don't look for perfection. Don't expect them to say everything just right. What matters is what they carry. They are not the answer. They are the key to it. And when you see them, don't hesitate. Don't delay. Respond with faith. Welcome what they bring. Something eternal is riding on your response. My child, my beloved, you are being pursued by a miracle that wears human skin. But do not be fooled. The spirit behind it is divine. I, Michael, have seen this moment written in the scrolls of heaven. I have stood beside the angels assigned to protect this encounter. I have watched as forces tried to delay it, destroy it, or distract you from it. But God said no. God said you were ready. And now the moment is almost here. You must treat this hour as holy. You must treat this message as a trumpet blast, because what happens next depends on your awareness. My child, my beloved, pause for a moment and think: if this person had already arrived yesterday, would you have noticed them? Would you have treated them as heaven sent? Or would you have been too busy, too guarded, too numb? That is why this message matters so much. It's preparing you to see. God doesn't want you to miss it. That's why I'm whispering now. That's why you're still reading this. Because heaven is positioning your heart to receive what your mind cannot comprehend. The miracle is coming, and it will look like a person. My child, my beloved, don't let fear whisper lies into your spirit. Don't let past pain convince you to shut the door before they knock. I know it's hard to trust again. I know you've been let down before, but this is different. This is not just another cycle. This is not another trick. This is heaven's restoration disguised as a visitor. And if you keep your heart open, if you allow faith to be louder than fear, you will witness what happens when God sends someone not just to you, but for you. Your support really helps the channel grow. A $10 super thanks would mean a lot. Thanks, my child, my beloved, my child, my beloved. Pause for a moment and think. If this person had already arrived yesterday, would you have noticed them? Would you have treated them as heaven sent? Or would you have been too busy, too guarded, too numb? That is why this message matters so much. It's preparing you to see. God doesn't want you to miss it. That's why I'm whispering now. That's why you're still reading this. Because heaven is positioning your heart to receive what your mind cannot comprehend. The miracle is coming, and it will look like a person. My child, my beloved, don't let fear whisper lies into your spirit. Don't let past pain convince you to shut the door before they knock. I know it's hard to trust again. I know you've been let down before, but this is different. This is not just another cycle. This is not another trick. This is heaven's restoration disguised as a visitor. And if you keep your heart open, if you allow faith to be louder than fear, you will witness what happens when God sends someone not just to you, but for you. My child, my beloved, there is still more I must tell you, and you must promise me you won't stop now. In the next pages of this revelation, I will show you what to do in the next 72 hours, how to spiritually prepare your home and heart for the arrival, and what words to look for when this person speaks, because one of their phrases will be a divine code that confirms everything. But for that, I need you to stay connected. So once again, I urge you subscribe or stay tuned. Do not walk away. Do not go silent. Let heaven finish what it started. My child, my beloved, I must now show you something very few ever understand. Heaven often cloaks the sacred in the simple. The person approaching your life may appear average, unassuming, or even quiet, but what you must understand is this. They are carrying a sacred assignment on their shoulders. What they say may not seem like a prophecy. What they wear may not look like royalty, but the atmosphere around them will change. And that's the confirmation. Heaven has trained your soul to notice what your eyes overlook. So don't look with logic. Look with discernment. Ask your spirit to stay awake. That's where the real clarity will come. My child, my beloved, when God sends someone to change your story, the enemy always tries to make you second-guess it. He'll whisper lies like, "You're imagining it," or "This is nothing." He'll try to make you feel embarrassed to believe in miracles. But let me tell you with the full authority of heaven, this is not nothing. This is everything. The visitor coming into your life holds a moment that was handpicked from the scrolls of your destiny. It's wrapped in divine alignment, soaked in the prayers of your ancestors, and backed by angelic protection. You've waited long enough. Now it's time for manifestation, my child, my beloved. In the next 72 hours, many of you will begin to feel strange shifts in your surroundings. You may start to notice people contacting you out of nowhere. You may experience delays, reroutes, or even last-minute plan changes. Pay attention to all of this. Nothing is random now. God is rearranging the physical realm to make space for the spiritual delivery that is in motion. If plans fall apart, don't complain. Celebrate. It's a sign that heaven is replacing what was man-made with what is God-ordained. This is what it looks like when the divine prepares the landing for your miracle. My child, my beloved, I was sent to tell you something very important. Now, before the visitor arrives, you must do something. It's not complicated, but it is powerful. You must spiritually prepare your space. Walk through your home and speak peace aloud. Clear the spiritual air with your words. Say, God, prepare me for what you are sending. Let no distraction enter. Let no delay survive. Let me recognize your hand even when it wears human skin. This small act of alignment opens spiritual portals that allow miracles to land without friction. You are not waiting, you are hosting, and that changes everything. My child, my beloved, there is a phrase that will be spoken to you soon, either in passing or as part of a conversation that may seem casual. It will sound like something small, maybe even unrelated, but when you hear it, your spirit will leap. It will feel like someone just whispered directly into your soul. This phrase is your divine confirmation. You'll know it when it happens. Time may slow. You may even feel chills. Do not brush it off. That phrase is the spiritual key unlocking the door to your next season. Remember it. Write it down. It is your signpost in the spirit realm. My child, my beloved, you have asked for many things, but this is heaven's response. Not a yes, not a no, but a person, a human answer to a spiritual request. This is how God often moves. When the blessing is too heavy for your hands alone, He sends a person to help carry it, confirm it, or unlock it. And that is what this unexpected visit will be. You must be spiritually awake when it happens. You must be fully present because when this miracle knocks, it will not stay long. It will come like a wave and then move to the next soul if not received in time. My child, my beloved, don't wait for the perfect moment to get ready. Now is the moment. Get your heart in position. Release the grudges. Make room for the unexpected. For some, this person will look like help. For others, like love. For others, still it may be a test. But either way, heaven will be watching your response. Your obedience is the activator. If you open your heart fully, what follows will not just be a visitation. It will be a transformation, and not just for you but for everyone around you. My child, my beloved, the most dangerous thing you could do now is ignore the quiet nudges. Every detail in the next 2 days may carry meaning. A repeated word, a song playing somewhere, a door that opens easily, or a delay that frustrates you. All of it may be part of heaven's choreography. The visitor's arrival may come disguised as inconvenience, but wrapped inside the ordinary is the miracle you were born to receive. God hides power in small packages to test the readiness of your heart. Pass this test and you will walk through a door that cannot be closed again. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, don't wait for the perfect moment to get ready. Now is the moment. Get your heart in position. Release the grudges. Make room for the unexpected. For some, this person will look like help. For others, like love. For others, still it may be a test. But either way, heaven will be watching your response. Your obedience is the activator. If you open your heart fully, what follows will not just be a visitation. It will be a transformation, and not just for you but for everyone around you. My child, my beloved, the most dangerous thing you could do now is ignore the quiet nudges. Every detail in the next 2 days may carry meaning. A repeated word, a song playing somewhere, a door that opens easily, or a delay that frustrates you. All of it may be part of heaven's choreography. The visitor's arrival may come disguised as inconvenience, but wrapped inside the ordinary is the miracle you were born to receive. God hides power in small packages to test the readiness of your heart. Pass this test and you will walk through a door that cannot be closed again. My child, my beloved, do not let old disappointments block you. You've waited for so long and the delays have wounded your expectations. I see that. I feel the tiredness in your soul. But please do not bury your hope. The reason it took this long is because what's coming is so heavy with glory. It required layers of preparation, not just for you but for the one carrying it too. This is not a delivery. This is a divine encounter, and heaven does not rush the sacred. But now it's time, my child, my beloved. I will continue this message even further because what's ahead may shake your entire atmosphere. In the next part, I will reveal the possible emotional reaction you might feel upon the visitor's arrival, why the enemy is watching this hour closely, and what you must do within the first 5 minutes of their presence to activate the full shift. But for that, I need your full attention. I ask again, stay with this message. Subscribe. Do not close the door before the knock. You've waited too long to walk away now. My child, my beloved, let me prepare your heart now for something you might not expect. When this visitor enters your life, whether they walk, speak, call, or simply show up, you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel tears forming for reasons you can't explain, or a sudden calm may wash over you. This is not emotion. This is recognition. Your soul will know before your mind understands. Heaven is not just sending you a person. Heaven is sending you an activation. And when it happens, it will unlock something in your spirit that's been asleep, a version of you that's been waiting to rise. My child, my beloved. But I must warn you, the enemy will try one last time before the arrival. He will try to throw shadows over your joy, whisper discouragement, plant doubt, bring irritation, or even anger into your atmosphere. He will attempt to wear down your patience or harden your heart with offense. That is why I was sent. That is why this message had to reach you today. You must protect your spirit from emotional sabotage. Don't let little things distract you. Don't engage in arguments. Don't rehearse old pain. The enemy fears what's about to be delivered to you. That's why he's trying to distort your focus now. But heaven says, stay anchored. Stay available. Stay awake. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand something divine. When this person comes, they will not just be bringing something for you. They may be bringing something meant to bless those connected to you, your family, your lineage, your children, your legacy. God is not just answering your prayer. God is restoring the chain. You were chosen to break curses and ignite blessings that reach beyond your years. So when this miracle arrives, even if it seems small, even if it feels like just a moment, remember what's being released through it may echo for generations. That's how big this is. My child, my beloved, if you're reading this right now, it means you haven't walked away. That alone is powerful because many have missed their moment by skipping the one message heaven sent to prepare them. But not you. You've stayed. You've read. You've sensed this is not normal. And you're right, this is not normal. This is a message delivered from the high courts of heaven. This is why you've been feeling stirred, why dreams have changed, why delays suddenly appeared, why your heart feels heavy and hopeful at the same time. It's because your destiny has entered the final countdown toward fulfillment. My child, my beloved, let me give you something practical. Now, when the visitor comes, don't try to control the moment. Don't overthink. Don't try to perform. Just be open. Be present. Listen with more than your ears. Respond from your soul. Ask God silently in that moment, is this the one? And if peace fills the space, not logic but peace, then you'll know. And when you know, act in faith. Say yes to the invitation. Say yes to the opportunity. Say yes to the moment. Your yes is the switch. Your obedience is the oil. Your belief is the permission heaven has been waiting on. My child, my beloved, some of you may experience this through a phone call, others through a physical encounter. For some, it may be a person you forgot. For others, someone completely new. But you'll feel it. You'll know. Don't question yourself when it happens. Don't ask why now. The better question is why not now? You've waited. You've survived. You've surrendered. And now, finally, heaven is handing you the thing you could never manufacture with your own strength. But you must not close your heart before the visitor arrives. The miracle is already in motion. Your role is to stay soft, stay listening, stay ready, my child, my beloved. I can see beyond the veil of what's visible. I see the angel positioned near your home. I see the spiritual scroll that has your name engraved in golden ink. I see the date this week. I see the time soon. And I see heaven watching with great anticipation to see how you respond. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. And now the very thing you thought was lost is being sent back to you. Not in the form you expected, but in the exact timing you need. My child, my beloved. My child, my beloved. Some of you may experience this through a phone call, others through a physical encounter. For some, it may be a person you forgot. For others, someone completely new. But you'll feel it. You'll know. Don't question yourself when it happens. Don't ask why now. The better question is why not now? You've waited. You've survived. You've surrendered. And now finally, heaven is handing you the thing you could never manufacture with your own strength. But you must not close your heart before the visitor arrives. The miracle is already in motion. Your role is to stay soft, stay listening, stay ready. My child, my beloved, I can see beyond the veil of what's visible. I see the angel positioned near your home. I see the spiritual scroll that has your name engraved in golden ink. I see the date this week. I see the time soon. And I see heaven watching with great anticipation to see how you respond. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. And now the very thing you thought was lost is being sent back to you. Not in the form you expected, but in the exact timing you need. My child, my beloved, It's important now to remain in alignment. Keep your space clean, not just your home but your soul. Avoid gossip, avoid negativity, avoid fear. Set your intention in the morning and pray with expectancy. Say, God, I don't know the exact time, but I know you've marked it. Help me stay ready. Help me not miss what you're doing because I was distracted by what you're not doing. This keeps your heart in position to receive. Heaven will not compete for your attention. If you stay open, the visitor will come through without delay. But if you allow chaos to flood your heart, you may block the very thing you've cried for. My child, my beloved, I will share more because there is still one last piece I must reveal. There's a window of time coming where your response must be fast. I will explain this in the next portion. This window is measured in minutes, and if you recognize it and act within it, a door will open that even the enemy can't shut. But if you miss it, the opportunity may fold back into heaven. I will also reveal the unexpected reward hidden after the encounter. Yes, something you do not see coming. Something bigger than even your current prayer. But I need you to stay. Don't leave now. Don't let distraction win. My child, my beloved, there is something so urgent in heaven right now that I can feel the spiritual vibration even as I speak this to you. A window of time has been scheduled for your life. And this is not a symbolic window. It is literal. This window will only stay open for a short moment. That moment is activated the instant your unexpected visitor connects with you. The moment their voice enters your space or their presence steps across your threshold, the clock will begin to move. And what happens in the first 5 minutes of that divine collision will determine whether the full blessing unfolds or simply brushes past. Yes, beloved, that is how delicate and holy this moment is. If you feel a strong pull in your soul to embrace, to listen, to say yes, don't argue with it. Don't wait for confirmation from the world. Trust the peace in your spirit. It is louder than any proof the mind could ever offer. The blessing is not waiting for perfection. The blessing is waiting for your presence. My child, my beloved, let me show you something the enemy never wanted you to know. The moment this visitor enters your life, a second miracle begins to move. One you cannot see at first. This hidden reward is not carried by the visitor, but released from heaven the moment your heart opens in obedience. It's the reward behind the reward. The blessing that trails the first one like a shadow of glory. Some of you are about to receive restoration in your body. Some will notice breakthrough in finances. Some will watch broken family ties be rewoven by a thread. So strong it couldn't have come from man. These things are not random. They are the afterglow of divine obedience. And you won't even have to ask for them. Your faith in the moment will unlock them for you. But if you walk away, if you doubt, if you ignore the visitor because they don't look like a miracle, then that second wave of glory will never get the chance to reach you. My child, my beloved, do not be fooled by appearances. The person sent to you may not speak eloquently. They may stutter. They may seem broken themselves. They may appear unsure. But heaven did not choose them for their strength. Heaven chose them for their assignment. They are a carrier, not a performer. And your miracle is hidden in their presence, not their perfection. God has often chosen weak vessels to carry heavy blessings because it forces us to listen with our hearts instead of our eyes. Don't reject what feels unfamiliar. Don't shut the door because they don't look like an angel. Remember this always. Divine things rarely arrive looking divine. Heaven often comes dressed in humility. My child, my beloved, you've been asking God to send you help. You've been praying for clarity, for proof, for movement. And now, when heaven is responding through a person, the only thing that can stop the miracle is your unwillingness to believe that it's real. So many people miss their destiny, not because they weren't loved, but because they couldn't recognize it when it came in a form they didn't expect. But not you, not this time. You have been prepared. You have been chosen. You were meant to read this to stay this long because you are part of a very small number of people heaven is activating this week. The rest of the world may miss it, but you, beloved, have been invited to receive what others can only dream about. My child, my beloved, this person who is coming to your door may have delayed for reasons you'll never fully understand. Maybe they tried to reach you once and were blocked. Maybe their life fell apart and now they're being sent to you not just to deliver a word, but to receive one in return. Because heaven works in divine exchanges, what they give you will bless your future, but what you give them may heal their past. This is not just a one-sided miracle. This is a sacred trade. And that's why the enemy has fought so hard to delay this moment. Because what's being exchanged carries eternal consequence. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved. This person who is coming to your door may have delayed for reasons you'll never fully understand. Maybe they tried to reach you once and were blocked. Maybe their life fell apart and now they're being sent to you not just to deliver a word, but to receive one in return. Because heaven works in divine exchanges. What they give you will bless your future, but what you give them may heal their past. This is not just a one-sided miracle. This is a sacred trade. And that's why the enemy has fought so hard to delay this moment, because what's being exchanged carries eternal consequence. My child, my beloved, you may notice unusual things in your environment over the next 24 hours, perhaps a flickering light, a number repeating, a song that speaks directly to your spirit, a dream that lingers past morning. These are not coincidences. They are spiritual signals. Heaven is already whispering, preparing your senses. Some of you have felt this coming for days, but couldn't explain why. That was your spirit responding to what's approaching in the unseen. Archangel Michael was instructed to confirm it for you. Now, this is the moment you've been sensing, the shift you couldn't name, the reason you've been restless. It's not anxiety. It's alignment. My child, my beloved, you are not just receiving a visitor. You are receiving a verdict. This divine arrival is heaven's declaration that the waiting season has reached its close. It means the verdict is turning in your favor. The closed cases in heaven are being reopened and reversed. The unanswered prayers are being signed. This person is bringing the final signature. That's why the knock at your door is not just physical. It's prophetic. And when it comes, it will echo in your soul. You'll know it wasn't random. You'll know this message prepared you for the one knock that changes everything. My child, my beloved, heaven is watching you now. Every step you take after receiving this message will either bring you closer or push you further from the miracle. But you are not alone. Angels have been assigned to help you discern, to guard your heart, to guide your timing. They cannot make the decision for you, but they will make sure the moment finds you. All you must do is not run from it when it arrives. Not question it until you miss it. Say yes. Say yes with your whole heart. Heaven is not offering you something ordinary. This is divine intervention disguised as human interruption. My child, my beloved, there is only one thing left to say before I continue into the final part of this sacred revelation. The miracle will not wait forever. This isn't a message to save for later. The visitor will not knock again and again. The time is short because the blessing is heavy. And heaven knows that delay will dilute what's meant for you. So one more time I urge you stay ready, subscribe, listen, act fast. Receive in faith because the person coming toward you is not a stranger. They are an answer. They are a vessel. They are the beginning of the next chapter heaven has written just for you, my child, my beloved. Now that the miracle is almost at your door, I must prepare you for what comes after the arrival. Many think the moment ends when the visitor leaves, but that is where the next divine assignment begins. After the encounter, your spirit will feel stirred. You might even feel emotionally raw, as if something inside you has been opened. That's not just a feeling. That's the spiritual residue of divine interaction. The presence of someone heaven's sent leaves a vibration behind. You'll notice it in your dreams, in how quiet your heart becomes, and even in the atmosphere around your home. That is when you must seal the moment. You seal it not with words, but with worship. Speak out loud, even if it's only a whisper. Thank you, Father, for what you have just released. I receive it, I honor it, and I protect it. This spiritual sealing prevents the enemy from stealing the seed before it has a chance to grow. My child, my beloved, the blessing that comes with this encounter is not just a moment. It's a portal, and portals must be honored. Do not go back to old patterns right after the person leaves. Don't fall into complaining, overthinking, or replaying every detail to find flaws. That's how doubt sneaks in. Instead, remain in stillness. Let the miracle settle. Let heaven complete what it started. There are angels assigned to carry the blessing from that moment and distribute it into multiple areas of your life. Health, finances, reconciliation, purpose, and spiritual strength. But if your heart moves too quickly into skepticism, it can slow or even stop what was meant to continue flowing. This is the moment for reverence, a holy pause, a quiet acknowledgement that God just stepped into your life in a way that only He could. My child, my beloved, What happens in the days that follow this encounter is just as sacred. You may receive unexpected opportunities. You may receive insight about decisions you've been delaying. You may suddenly notice people treating you differently, as if they can sense something new on you because they can. When heaven marks a person, the world feels it before the person even speaks. That mark is now resting on your life. But you must walk in it with humility. Do not boast. Do not announce it to everyone. This miracle is deeply personal and heaven wants you to protect it in silence for now. Later there will be a time to testify. But first there must be a time to incubate the blessing. My child, my beloved, you may be asking, will there be more? And the answer is yes. For those who respond in faith, there will be a second encounter. This second divine meeting will not come to your door. Instead, it will come through your voice. A person you speak to will suddenly shift in front of you. The words you say will not even feel like your own. It will feel as if heaven borrows your mouth for a moment. And when that happens, you'll realize the miracle that entered your life through one visitor is now moving through you to reach someone else. This is the multiplication of divine visitation. You were not only chosen to receive, you were chosen to carry. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved. You may be asking, will there be more? And the answer is yes. For those who respond in faith, there will be a second encounter. This second divine meeting will not come to your door. Instead, it will come through your voice. A person you speak to will suddenly shift in front of you. The words you say will not even feel like your own. It will feel as if heaven borrows your mouth for a moment. And when that happens, you'll realize the miracle that entered your life through one visitor is now moving through you to reach someone else. This is the multiplication of divine visitation. You were not only chosen to receive, you were chosen to carry. My child, my beloved, you are not who you were before this message found you. You are now someone heaven has marked for movement. God trusted you with something sacred, the awareness of what is coming. Your support really helps the channel grow. A $10 super thanks would mean a lot. Thanks. You are more prepared than you realize. You may not feel holy. You may not feel ready. But heaven does not choose based on perfection. Heaven chooses based on willingness, and you were willing to listen. You stayed with this message when others would have scrolled away. That is faith, and that is why the miracle will reach you. My child, my beloved, let this be your final instruction. Stay in a posture of readiness each morning when you rise. Say, Lord, let me not miss what you've prepared. Let my spirit respond with joy and not fear. Let me be soft where others have grown cold. Let me move when you whisper. That posture of readiness is what draws miracles near. Heaven does not send miracles to close doors. But your door, beloved, is wide open. Not just the one in your house, but the one in your soul. And because of that, something supernatural is on its way to meet you. My child, my beloved, I leave you with this. There are moments in life that are ordinary, and there are moments that are divine intersections. What you are standing in now is no longer ordinary. It is an intersection, a divine appointment, a sacred collision between heaven's calendar and your timeline. What happens next is not based on chance. It is based on your recognition. Do not miss what others overlook. The miracle is not coming. It is already moving, and it is now just steps away from your door. My child, my beloved, stand still. Breathe. Listen. The knock you hear next may carry more than just a sound. It may carry your answered prayer. Don't skip it. Don't laugh it off. Don't hesitate. Open. And when you do, may every part of your life begin to shift in the direction of destiny. The miracle is closer than ever. And heaven is smiling because you didn't miss it. My child, my beloved, even now as your eyes move across this message, the spiritual realm is active. Angels are in motion. There is a light forming around your home, subtle but radiant, like the quiet glow before dawn. And inside that light, your name is being spoken with reverence. Not by men, but by heaven. They are not just watching your life. They are protecting what's about to enter it. The miracle is no longer in delay. The visitor is no longer on the way. They are near, and you may feel it even if you don't understand it yet. That sense of anticipation in your chest. That quiet pause between distractions. That sudden moment of stillness. It's heaven's breath resting over your story. My child, my beloved, there is nothing you need to earn to receive what's coming. This miracle is not a reward for your perfection. It is a response to your persistence. Heaven saw you keep going when others gave up. God watched as you believed, even with shaking hands. The miracle isn't arriving because you were strong. It's arriving because you didn't quit. That kind of faith moves heaven. That kind of heart invites divine timing to manifest early. And beloved, that's what this is. Early release. This wasn't supposed to arrive yet, but because of your endurance, the process has been accelerated. You were found faithful in a secret season, and now God is rewarding you in a public one. My child, my beloved, let this truth settle deeply in you. God has not forgotten a single word you've whispered to him. Not one tear you cried in silence went unnoticed. Not one lonely night was wasted. All of it was preparation. All of it was sacred. And now in divine return, he is sending the answer. Not in the way you imagined, but in the way that will transform everything. You thought the answer would be a breakthrough, but it's a person, a human delivery system of divine release. And this one soul may unknowingly carry the instruction, the confirmation, the provision, or the connection that your entire future has been waiting on. My child, my beloved, when the door opens, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you must say yes. Even if you feel unsure, even if you feel small, even if the visitor doesn't say all the right words, say yes in your heart. Say yes to the timing. Say yes to the miracle. Say yes to the shift. This one yes will carry more weight than every no that tried to block you in the past. This yes will shatter cycles. This yes will open the gate. And once the gate is open, beloved, your life will no longer look the same. Because when God moves, He doesn't just fix, He rebuilds. He doesn't just restore, He multiplies. My child, my beloved, there is a hush in heaven right now, a stillness, the kind that only happens when a sacred alignment is near. Your spirit has been called into divine awareness. Your house has been marked as the destination for visitation. And your soul, though weary, is now glowing in readiness. God trusted you to receive what others could not. And this trust is not small. It is holy. The visitor you're about to meet may not know how important they are. They may not realize they're carrying divine oil, but you will know. And that recognition alone will unlock the flow. My child, my beloved, I will not speak much longer, for the time is now. The moment is near, but I leave you with this final whisper. You are the answer to someone else's prayer, too. What enters your life through this miracle will not only heal you, it will heal those you touch. This is the power of divine flow. The blessing does not end with you, it extends through you. And if you walk forward with faith, the miracle that visits your door will become the miracle that visits generations to come. My child, my beloved, open your heart, open your door. The unexpected visitor is not just someone. They are something from heaven, and heaven is watching. Thanks for watching Michael the Guardian. Subscribe for daily divine message. Click on the notification button so you don't miss out daily Michael the Guardian.